Hello, family. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to the Dividend Passable Bro. It's your boy E with another video. And as you guys know, we make videos about financing, living good life, and keeping your budget balanced. That was good. Okay, guys, the fun aside, right? You guys know, like I like to say, use this content as a guide, but do your due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor, so do what's worked best for you. Because what I make on this channel is video about my experience in investing, and today I'm going to do a little bit more, and I'm going to give you guys some of the key ETFs, called ETFs that I use. Ultra high yield, remember keyword ultra high yield, right? Investment is risky, but I want to be able to share what I'm doing with you guys, because on this channel I share my portfolio, and every day I look for ways and means to provide value to you guys, right? Because it's what I want to do. I want to help people, and in helping people you got to give them options, right? So today I'm going to give you guys 3 options, right? On positions that I use uh, daily that generate me a lot of money. Okay, guys, and so like I said, use these to your own advantage. Do your due diligence, but they are risky. So I would say do your due diligence. I repeat that all the time. Do your due diligence, guys. Okay, so the channel is doing great. We're 1,300 subscribers, getting on to 1,400 subscribers, and I appreciate all the subscribers, and I appreciate you guys watching the content. I know I say that all the time, but you guys don't understand how much I appreciate the love that you guys show to the channel. And before I get too much into this, right, I'm going to start with QQQY. Now, QQQY is it's a Defiant fund, right? Defiance, these guys, Defiance ETF. Now they have a bunch of other ETFs, right? And this one, the yield is, what is the yield here? Shoot, I think I had it covered, but the yield I think it's like 30-something%. Let me minimize my face, make it a little smaller here. I'll go up there. Okay, so the distribution is 105%, right? And I was saying 30-something%. I was looking at the wrong number. But now they changed this to a weekly. So if you split this up, right, into 4, it's about 20-something% per week, right? Because they used to do monthly, but then they split it up into 4, so you're going to get 20-something% every week. Okay, and that's not bad. So if you look at it monthly, I mean it's still over 105%. Okay, so it's a Defiant ETF that use daily option, right? To seek enhanced yield for investor. This pay weekly. So this is something that you can use, right? So you can use it. You can go to the website. It's right there, Defiance. You go to the website. You can look it up and look up other things that they have. But it's the only one that I invest in from these guys. Okay, and let's go to the next one. All right, QDTE. Now I had QDTE in my portfolio with what you call it? My portfolio with Charles Schwab, and I ended up selling out of QDTE, not because it was bad, but because the margin, it was like, I think it was like 100% margin maintenance. So the reason I sold out, because for instance, if the price drop right below what I purchased, I'm gonna get a margin call, and I think I had like $8,000 invested into that, and I sold out. I sold all of the positions I had there, and of course the market went back up, so I couldn't invest that into nothing. So eventually I'm going to use that money to buy other things, but I still have it in my Fidelity portfolio, and I'm going to buy this one in the E-Trade portfolio and in the Robinhood portfolio, because this is weekly. So there's going to be another weekly thing adding to the weekly positions I'm already trying to get, and that will boost them up to getting weekly salary. Basically, it's like I say, it's like a business. So I look at it as a job, as an income that's coming from these guys. So there's another one that I use, and it's a couple call strategy also. They do a 0 day. They utilize 0 day. I don't know what that means, but they do cover calls. So if you guys need to know more about this, look into it, right? And get all the information you need. All right, guys. So like I said, my job here today is just to provide information to help you understand to Edwin, what do you go and find this stuff that you're investing? But this is how I do some of it, right? And like I said, I use other tools that help streamline the process where you don't have to go to individual website. But with these new ETFs and cover call ETFs, it's better to go to the site and look it up and find the information you need. And they have research tools on these sites also. So, okay, so let me go back. To what you call it? So to QQQY. So on QQQY, right, on a yearly basis, I thought I saw something in my peripheral. On a yearly basis, I get about $1,700 every year from QQQY, and I have 56. My position in is about 56 ETFs that I have for QQQY. Okay, and let me go to the next one here. And QDTE, I kind of sold out of that a little bit, but let me see what I have. So QDTE, I got about 200 positions, and this is mostly in this round here. This is mostly in Fidelity. This is mostly in Fidelity because I've sold out of the one I had in E-Trade. Well, I'm talking about E-Trade, out of Charles Schwab. Okay, and this generates about $3,300 a year. Guys, you're not focused on a year. If you break it down, it's not going to be that much. It's enough to pay my phone bill every month, right? My phone bill is like $100-something, so I could pay my phone bill with that every month and don't have to ever worry about paying the phone bill. If I just say, and that's how I tell you to do it, right? So you look at the smallest things you have that you have to pay every month, and then you say, okay, well, I want my dividend to pay for that, right? And then eventually you're gonna get to that. It could be your Netflix, it could be your Amazon Prime, it could be anything else that you like, right? You can look at that and say, I want this position to pay for that. Now the distribution is not as high, right? Like some of the other ones, it's only 38%. But this is a weekly distribution also. These guys pay weekly, okay? And I mean, it's a lot, right? Compared to some of the other ETFs that pay 2 or 3%. All right, so this is the king of my portfolio right here. So right now the distribution is 85%, and this paid monthly. This is the option income strategy fund, and I mean it is, you know, the single risk. It is risky like everything else, right? And you can invest in this, and you can invest in this if you want to, but like I say, you do it at your own risk. Don't say, oh, Edwin the one who made me do this. No, I'm not making you do anything. You invest in it because you think it's good for your portfolio, and it's going to bring you some money. So you can do that, right? And this position, right? This particular position that I have over 1,000 shares of UMax, right? I mean of MSTY. I got over 1,000 shares of MSTY, and it generates over $36,000 a year, right, in income. Over $36,000 a year. Now, of course, I've spent a lot of money into this position, and not only that, right, because it went up in value. So right now, as far as the income, I have another $4,000 in growth because from where I bought it to where it is now, it went up. Now people talk about NAV erosion and all the other stuff. When you're buying these ultra high yield positions, ETFs, that are paying 80-something%, I won't be worried about no NAV erosion. Because if you worry about NAV erosion, maybe get SCHD. You know, it's more safer. It's not as high risk compared to these guys. But I mean, they're paying you income. So even if it drops down 10%, and you're making 60-80% of your money, if you deduct that 10% from that 60 or 80%, you're still coming out with 50 or 70%. So you're not really losing anything. You know, you're making more money anyway over time. Okay, guys. So pay attention to these things, right? If you want to make income, if you want to be an income investor, which I am now more than a growth investor, I'm looking for income because I want to retire early. So of course I need money, and these higher riskier um, positions can generate that, give you more money. You know, so it's something to consider. So if you say, well, I want to make $1,000 a month, then maybe you can, I think you can safely make that with about 14, $15,000, maybe less. If you buy something that paying, higher yield, maybe like a Corny or something like that, that paying, or Tesla, that paying, a little higher yield. I mean, you can make a good chunk of change. Now these yields, they go up and down, right? So one month they might be paying 100 and something, and the next month they might be paying 85, and the next month they might be paying 50 or 70. It depends what's going on in the market. So you gotta pick your poison. Invest in UMax, invest in uh, um, Defiance, invest in Round Hill. It's up to you. It's a choice. Now, like I said, these guys have a bunch of other ETFs. They have a lot of other ETFs that you can invest in and make a lot of money. Now, I invest in a lot of these, right? I invest in Tesla, Apple, the MZ, the Amazon thing. This one's Apple. What else I invest in here? MSTY, of course. Um, Corny, MVD, Oakley. So I invest in the 1, 2, 3. I don't invest in AMD. 4, 5, 6, 7. There might be another one in there somewhere that I'm missing. Um, there got to be another one here somewhere that I'm missing. But what I'm thinking about doing is selling out of Oakley. This one right here, I think I'm going to sell out of that because the yield is dropping, and I do have a lot invested into that, right? And I mean the price is not bad, but and I'm down. I think I'm down like $400, but I'm making the money, so it doesn't make a difference. I'm down $400, so I can sell and put that into something that's going to bring me more income. Because at this point, it's all about income. There's no time for dragging your feet. Like I said, this is a business. You got to take emotion out of it, and sometimes it's okay to lose $400, but it's not really a loss because looking at it, you know, I'm getting $8,000 a year. So if I sell now, I have made a lot of money getting up to this point. So if I sell, yeah, the loss I can still write it off, but I can take that and reinvest it into something else um, that's going to generate me some money, right? More money. So you got to pick your poison. Okay, guys, you got to pick your poison. Now, I wanted to make this Edwin Talk video today a little different because a lot of time I just sit there and talk to you guys. So before I got into start running my mouth, I wanted to give you a little bit of insight into the back end on things I look at when I'm doing my investment and the risk level, my risk tolerance, and all that other stuff. All right, so as you guys can see, I got on my Jersey, the hat. You know, we had a good game yesterday. I'm a Chelsea fan. You know, we had a good game yesterday. We get Brighton 4. It should have been like 8 and 8-0 because the 2 goals, our goalkeeper gifted them 2 goals. And you know, it is what it is. But that's part of the game, right? You can see the Man U game going on in the back end right now while I'm recording. Hopefully, I don't have no issues with that later on. But hey, this is my space and my hats sitting back there, my Chelsea hats. You know, but this is about making money. This channel is about making money, investing in your future, being able to take care of your family, and the only way you can do it if you start now, today. You know, You start now today. Last night I was sitting here, and then when I looked downstairs, I saw my friends. They sitting in front of the building. I was like, let me go hang out with these guys. So I went down there, and it's something I've been meaning to do for a minute. I've been looking into this and thinking how I can do it. And I met this guy. I've talked to him numerous times. He's a cool guy, very friendly. The only thing he smokes, and that annoys me, but we're sitting there talking, and he said something about a business. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a business-minded person. I've always been that way since I was a little kid. Me and my cousin, we would take our $1, $2, go buy a bag of candy, and we would go to school, and then we would turn around and sell those candy, right, to our classmates and other people in the school, and take that and buy more candy. And then, even though I love sweets, so I would eat half of mine. He would sell all of his because he was straight with that stuff. But I would sell half of mine and then eat half of the candy because I love sweet. It's terrible. I'm laughing now because it's funny. But, up until this point, I always wanted to open a business in Colombia. Forget about that. The apartments, I have apartments, I have 2, try to get another one. Yes. Well, I own one, I rent another one. So let me get it straight. So, but I say I have 2, but I own one, I rent one. And I'm trying to buy another one. Probably in the same building, if possible. And I just find out that I can buy another apartment in another city where I can make payments. So I don't want to share all that yet. I want to wait until I actually go and see, and then can be done. And it's like chump change. It's like maybe less than $600 a month for the payment. It's a lot more, but you can, it's a lot more. But I can pay that off in 15 years. I think it's something like that, 15 years. With like $2,000 down, something like that, whatever it was. It was pretty cheap, and I'm like, this got to be rent. She's like, no, it's not rent. You can buy it. But anyway, I'm getting another topic. But I was talking to this guy because I want to open up a similar to, they have one in Georgia where they have a bunch of different games. They have bowling alley. They have a lot of activities. They got a big space where you can do a lot of different things. You can sell drinks, food, and I want to do something similar, right? Because I like to entertain people, and why not do it and make money? Now, the only drawback is, for me, when it comes to business, as I got older, I don't like to be there. I like to travel. I like to do things differently. So the only drawback for me would be that I would have to be there, for the business, and the guys just go another go. I would have to be there for the business, but I got people that I can trust, to the extent that they're not going to steal from me. And so that's one good thing. But he said, man, when you're ready to do that, let me know. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, get my number. Boom, that was it. I got his number. Now, this guy in the U.S., he got a big business. He have bowling alleys and all this other stuff that he does. And I like the bowling business. And I don't think I'm going to do that out here in Cartagena. I might do it in Villavicencio, where my other apartment is, where it's smaller. Maybe I'll do it in Barranquilla. But that's something, I think that's a great idea. And even if I can do 1, 2, or 3, maybe yes. But the goal is to start the first one. And, finding the right space for it, I think it'd be great. And in the area where I live, there's no such thing, right? There's all the restaurants close at midnight. People are at home. So having something in that area to provide the same kind of entertainment and stuff to the people that live by, you can bring your kids up at a certain hour, and then maybe in there we have a club if you wanted to, built into that, where you can go and dance and stuff. But it's all open. That probably be a little separated. But I mean, it's just going to be a safe place where people are going to have fun with their children and stuff like that. So it's something I want to do. So you see, I'm sharing my idea with you guys, right? This is something I want to do. Like I said, I've always been in real estate for a long period of time, since as long as I can remember. I lost a lot of money in real estate when the market crashed in 2008, 2009. I lost like 7 or 8 properties back then because I wasn't prepared. And so now I'm prepared, and I've been buying back real estate or paying them off, buying them cash, compared as to before, where I was getting a lot of financing. Um, but I think I can still do that. I have other plans in the U.S. If I decide to split my time between U.S. and Colombia, to where I would buy land and build, duplexes and rent them out. That's my other plan. That's something I would do in retirement when I retired, even though it's not, it's still going to be working. But that's something I would do. So if I can do one or two of those a year for the next 5 to 6 years before I say, you know what, that's enough. I can just chill and enjoy myself and have the kids go into that. I think that would be great, because it's all about building generational wealth, right, for you and your kids. Now, these kids, they go to school to spend all this money in tuition and they end up doing something totally different. But if you can set a foundation for them to get into, now they might go do all the other stuff. Now, when I'm too old to do those businesses, who's gonna do it? Of course, it's gonna be the kids. Because if they don't do it, then maybe the boneheaded, they get married, a boneheaded husband or something, there might be that running it, family business or whatever. But the goal is to set it up because you want your children, and then if they have somebody in their life that is similar minded, and then they can help build that business, right? And then you have multiple families that is gaining from this business. So that's something I want to do. And I'm going to keep you guys posted on that and see how it goes, right? Because like I say, this channel is about investing. So I'm trying to invest into myself more and give my children opportunity to be great, to be better than me. Do you want to work hard all your life, bust your ass, right? For your children to come and do the same thing? That's not why we do that. Why would I work hard all my life and then to have my children come and work twice as hard? No. You work hard to build a foundation for your children so they can be successful, right? If they want to work because they want to, that's different. But you don't want to just say, oh, I have a trust fund, baby, that I just be a bum and useless and just blow money. No, you don't want that. You want them to have a foundation, understand the value of money, that it's a tool to bring you more money. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, because when we get money, poor people, I say we, because I was once poor, right? When we get money, the first thing we think about is getting the new phone. The new iPhone that just came out, I'm going to go buy that new iPhone. I buy a new phone every 3 to 4 years, depending on how my phone is going. This phone I got now is 2 or 3 terabytes, whatever it is. I don't need to buy another phone, because I got all the storage I need right here in this phone. Now, when they stop, because usually when they come out with a new phone, iPhone will stop fucking with the phones, and then the phones get slow, so you can get a new phone. No, that's the newest one, and this one right here, I think it's a 16, right? It's my work phone, and then I got this one. I think this is my Columbia travel phone. I think this phone here is 8. It's an iPhone 8. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. You're like, anyway, you got 3 phones. This phone is only used in Colombia, right? I'm going to show you something. Now, look at the back of this phone. You see how damaged it is? I've dropped it so many times, but it still works. It go into this case, and it keep the glass from coming apart. But I still use it. This is my hotspot when I travel and I need to make a call and I don't have internet service, or my phone can't work properly. I connect to the hotspot, right? I pay for 20 days. The last time I went and got this refill, I paid for 20 days of internet. And I can't remember what I paid, but it was less than $20 for 20 days of internet. So, you see, I'm showing you guys. This is this place I spend most of my time when I'm here in Colombia. I go down to eat, I come back upstairs, I chill, I relax, I make content, I work. So today is content, and then later on I gotta do some work because at the end of the month I gotta do some stuff for my regular job before tomorrow. But so my plans for retirement, right? When I retire, what do I want to do? What do you want to do? For me, I want to have a balanced life. Now, my retirement is already started, because right now I'm training for retirement. I am training for retirement. I'm practicing what I'm gonna do when I retire. So what is here in Colombia or the Dominican Republic or Panama or back in the U.S. right now, I am training for retirement. I'm working myself up. See, the last 2 years, I spent a lot of time in the house because I work remote. For the last 3 years, I work remote, so I spent a lot of time in the house, other than when I was traveling. So that have conditioned me and my mindset to be at home. So I love being at home. So I don't have to go outside, and being here, I can order anything that will bring it up to my front door, and it will come and knock this door open, deliver everything I want. If I want food from the restaurant, I call downstairs, they will deliver to this, and I don't have to pay any extra other than the regular tip that I will tip them. And sometimes that is included. If I want something from the supermarket, I will order that, it will deliver right to my door. From the pharmacy, I will order that, it will deliver right to my door. I can do that back in the U.S. without spending double the money. You can order a $10 burger, you spend $20 for it because you got to pay for that service. Over here, it's not like that. It's very inexpensive. And so when I retire, I want to have a balanced, relaxed, stress-free life. I don't want to be worried about money. That's the last thing I want to worry about. When I say I'm stopped working, other than being stressed, oh, I got to get this done, I got to push this out, I got to push out this policy, I got to create this, blah, 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 blah. All those different things that we have to do for work that keep our heart pumping and beating. And one thing I realized working remote, that I don't like people. I'm telling you, working remote, it made me realize how much I don't like people, right? Because my last job, before I got this job, it was kind of remote, but I was director for cybersecurity, and there was this one lady. She would always fuck with me. It seemed like she wanted to be my boss, even though she was ignorant to what I was doing. But she was like a director, a manager, whatever she was. But she wanted me to report to her. She's like, "Oh, they didn't make me report to you to report to me. I will keep you in check. They can't handle you." I'm like, "How am I? You a director? I'm a director. I'm a senior director, and you just a regular director. But you want me to report to you because you're a call center manager?" And that stuff was like, I can't believe that. Eventually, and she had been fired from the company multiple times. The second time, I helped her get back into the company. And the third time, I wasn't even there when she got fired. They called me like, "Guess who got fired today?" I was like, "Ooh." They told me, I was like, "Oh, I'm surprised that she lasted that long," because this stuff happens, man. You got people who in front of you that will smile, they will do all that stuff, and as soon as you turn your back, they start they will, what it means, right? It's a knife that starts sticking in your back, and you got friends like that. They would cheer you on in front of your face, and then as soon as you turn your back, they look like a dumbass. And and the fact is, I love those people, right? I love those people because they keep me motivated. The people that say, "He gonna fail, you can't do it," blah 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 blah. Those are the people that I love because they keep you motivated. You know how people are like, "Oh, you can't do that. It's never been done before." Okay, it's been done before. You just don't know, right? You just don't know. People just re-innovate things to make it better. Every now and then there's a brand new idea, right? When the guy came up with the Ring camera, people were like, "What the hell? Who gonna buy that?" Amazon bought the Ring, and now everybody else is making similar cameras to the Ring camera and saying that their innovation or whatever. It's just copying that shit from somebody else, right? Like the cameras that you got in the house or security cameras. Now all these other different company, Waves, whatever, they got all these different cameras, different prices, right? It's good. Competition is good because they bring the prices down. But it's not, they got the camera that flip around and stuff. There are other cameras that flip around. It's not the only one. But they're the best at doing what they do. So of course they look like they create this stuff. But no, I mean, this camera's been flipping around for years. Back in the day. But anyway, we're not going to get into that. I'm just trying to say is invest in your future because there's nobody going to do it for you. And sometimes the people that you think got your back, those are the people who praying for your downfall because they're jealous of you. Yeah, that exists. Those people that you think something have your back, they're the ones seeking your downfall. Because they think, oh well, he can, how he can do that, how he doing this and I can't do it. It's not my goddamn problem. You are your own problem. When I started investing in the market, I used to share this with all my friends. I told you guys this before. Yo, bro. Oh man, I got this guy, the broker, they're investing for me, blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, I did that. And when I realized I could do it myself, I started doing it myself. Right? And I was happy when I was getting my $1, my 50 cents. I think when I get the big payday, 3,000, 4,000 from one of these portfolios that I have, I don't think I'm as excited as I am when I get a 50 cents or $1. Because every time I see that, it reminds me from the beginning when I first started. Every time I see that, it reminds me from the beginning when I first started. And that feeling will never go away. It's like getting a brand new car. You know, you open the door and you smell it. Oh my God, it smells so good, right? And you love it. But as soon as you drive off the lot, the price go down. But can you imagine every week or every other month you can get a new car smell? I'm not saying you're buying a new car every day, but that money that you keep coming, right? That tree that you planted months ago, and with this higher yield, once you plant that tree, and some of that in a week, you're gonna see 50 cents, $1, depending on what you put in there, 2 cents, 3 cents, it doesn't matter. But the next month, you're not gonna see 2 cents, 3 cents. You're gonna see 4 cents, 5 cents, and the next, and it just keep going, and then you build that snowball, right? You build that snowball, and before you know it, you got a stack coming in every month. And then, so what you do, if you somebody who's like to spend money and waste money, then you start thinking, oh man, what can I can I buy with $1,000? What can I spend $1,000 on? Right? That's the typical mentality. That's why when I do my consulting with people, we don't talk about buying stocks and stuff. We talk about risk level, yes, to know what your risk level is, how much you're willing to lose if shit goes left. We talk about that. But in the beginning, I'm trying to make sure how much money you make, that income. And if you're okay with the money you're making. Because if you're okay with the money you're making, it's the money you make from investment, it's just going to grow for you. And you don't have to invest in all high yield stuff. I don't invest in all high yield stuff. My portfolio with Fidelity, I mean, I got maybe 6 to 10 no, I only see 6. Yeah, 6 to 10 ultra high yield, right? Like the yield max, the one I just showed you, Missy and stuff like that. I got those, and then I have the mid between 20 down. I might have another 10, 20 of them, right? And I have 147 positions. And then I have the ones that every month they will pay $1, $2, $4. I show to you guys this all the time. You just saw my dividend that came in the other day, $4, $5, $10, right? At the end of the month, the last day of the month, which is tomorrow, but they stop processing because, you know, Monday is the end of the month. So I show you guys these things. This is to motivate y'all that it can be done. You just have to have the plan. You have to have a plan. That's what I'm saying. You have to have a plan. Right? So when I retired, the other things I want to do. Now this is part of my retirement plan by giving back. This is how I give back. Now, whether y'all use it or don't use it, that's your problem. But I know within 5 years, I'm going to be a millionaire regardless. Okay, let's make that clear. That's probably going to happen next year if it don't happen this year. But I'm going to be a millionaire, liquid millionaire in the market. That's going to happen. And while I'm building that, I'm still building my real estate portfolio gradually, slowly, slowly. Now, if I go and decide and start building those duplexes and triplex, fourplex as I want to, that's to keep me occupied. What do you think will happen when I start doing that? I have a junk removal business. I haven't removed not a single junk, right? But I'm gonna put that business to work. When I start building, who you think gonna move the debris? Who you think gonna take stuff to the dumpster? I'm just gonna buy a pickup truck, 200 Chevy 200, 2000, whatever it is, and get a dumpster in the back, and start going full ham in junk removal, and hire some people, right? And hire some people, or have a truck custom built. I think I can build one of those custom trucks for maybe 60 to 100 grand, and I don't know if I can park it in my neighborhood, but I can probably park it somewhere else. You know, if I build a duplex, I can probably park it there because it's my stuff. I create the rules, right? I can park one there, and the house is gone. I can live in one of those duplex when I'm in the U.S. and run my business from there, and have people working for you. So there's a lot of ways to make money that you don't have to be there, but sometimes it's better to be there because people, they do things better when they know you are there, right? You not thousands of miles away. What is, oh, he's not here. We can, this stuff is 100. We do it for 110. We put money in our pocket, and you know. So you gotta understand business. You gotta be able to around or hire the right people, right? In this case, I would have to hire the right people to be successful at that. But it's a lot of options. And when you retire, don't mean you stop working. You work all your life. Like me, I'm used to being at home. So if I retired, I got YouTube that keep me busy. I don't have to work another job. I can do multiple YouTube videos a day, whether you watch it or not. It's gonna keep me occupied. I got multiple channels, so I can make a financial video. I can make another video for the life of Edwin Ford, right? I can make a video for the reaction and short channel. I can do that because I have nothing but time. And of course, as you can see, God blessed me almost 5 years ago to stumble onto Dividend. And with the income that I have, that I can get from Dividend, allow me to live anywhere in the world, even in Europe, $20-some thousand a year. I can live comfortably in Europe. I can live in a lot of Eastern European countries. Even in London, I can live there with 20,000 a year and live on the I won't be in the worst, the badass neighborhood. I think I can do that. It's just me. I mean, I'm traveling. It's just me. And you know, I don't know if I'll be able to see a Chelsea game this year, maybe next year, but that's in the works. I try to go every so year when I can to watch the Chelsea game. But if I can't go, I mean, it's a business expense. I'm a YouTuber, of course. It's a business expense. It's going to be recorded on the channel, of course. It's not going to be recorded on this channel. It's going to be recorded on the other channel, of course. And that's what I do. So you guys have to have your own plan. Now, my plan, it requires a lot of different things, right? It requires a lot of different things. But you have to have option A, B, C, and D. You can just plan one thing. If it failed, then you screwed. No. You can just have one plan, right? This apartment I'm in right now, at the end of the month, it generates about $2,500. Right? It generates $2,500. Once I pay my employees, that the cleaning, the manager, I pay light, water, gas. I have enough that cover my expenses in Colombia. It pays for my apartment. It pays for light, water, gas, internet, and other apartment. And sometimes it cover food. So this one apartment that I'm here now, I've been here almost 2 months. I mean, I've left because guests came and go to another apartment, stay there a couple of days, few days, and come back or go to another city. I've done that off and on. But this is a tree that was planted a year ago that is generating fruits. Right? It's generating fruits. And when people see my apartment, I live in the apartment next to me is Palmetto. When people see my apartment, they're like, that apartment's in that building? I'm like, yeah. It's like, man, I've seen other apartments in that building, it's not as nice. I say, yeah, my apartment is nicer than 90% of the apartments in Castillo Grande, Boca Grande, and in El Aguito. Yeah. And people be like, oh, you're making, yeah, that's advertisement. This is my damn channel. I can do what the hell I want. I can do advertisement if I want to, because it's my channel. Yes, I give into people, and people give back to me. So this is part of the growth, right? This is part of the growth. Now, I put cash for this place, but I had to get a loan in the U.S., a personal loan. In this case, 2 loans between 2 different banks. And then I blew my entire savings that I had saved. That's why I don't like to save money, because I always buy. Well, I didn't blow it. I spent it on renovating this apartment, $40,000 plus that I spent on renovating the apartment. We replaced the walls, the tiles, the plumbing, the electricals. Everything is brand new in this apartment. Everything in this apartment is brand new, less than a year old. It's a freaking bug. I hate bugs. Okay. I saw a bug earlier because I had the window open. And I saw a bug earlier. It walked past the thing. And I was like, nah, that cannot be no bug. Right? And then in my peripherals, you know, I saw that sucker walk, and I was like, I got the damn window open. And of course, and you don't see a lot of bugs out here because this is tropical. You don't really see a lot of bugs. And then I look down. That sucker just sitting there looking at me. Of course, he got away. But it's one of those things. But as I was saying, everything is brand new, including the bug that I just tried to kill. That ran out the goddamn window. He went under there and then he climbed up. Anyway, I'm not taking this out of recording. I'm leaving it in there. So this is stuff you get when you live in the tropical, right? That's why I don't like to keep the window open. I always like to keep the window closed. But now I close the window and I need to turn on the air because now it's hot in here. So hold on, guys. Let me turn the air on. All right. So I just turned the air on because now it's hot. Whew. All right. So today I didn't even eat no breakfast today, and I'm hungry. But I had to get this call out the way, do this video before I go get me some food. But I am starving. And you gotta have a plan, right? And like I say, this channel is about motivating you guys, because I can do this and do my investments, do all the stuff I do, and nobody know nothing. But I was like, you know what? There's a lot of people out there just like me that make good money and they don't have nothing to show for it. And then there's some people out there, you know, I've met a couple of young guys that make good money and they got the head on the right direction. I just had to give them a little advice here. Tweak this, tweak that, do this, because you don't need so much of this. Because if you don't know, you just go with what you think works for you. But me being 51 years old, and I have lived that life and got to this point where I'm at, that I am somehow successful, and not only successful in real estate but successful in the market, you know. And I have come a long way in a short period of time in the market than I've done in real estate, because I had a big break where I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of investment. So that kind of got me gun shy to where I was kind of like, you know, I don't want to go do it the same way, so I don't lose a lot of money again, you know. So I was taking my time to make sure that I did things right. And you know, I have a friend who stopped working. All he do is real estate, and he was brave enough to quit his job and do it, and he's doing good. And even one point, I talked to him, and I was like, "Yo, man, we need to do something together. You know, combine our resources and do something." He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it," but it never happened. And I asked a couple of times, and he did something with one of our other friend, and I think they did good. You know, they bought a property, they reinvested it, remodeled it, and as far as I know, I don't. The last time when I talked to him about that, I was maybe 6 months ago, and they were in the process of renting the property, and then they were going to sell it or do something else. I don't know if they ever done something else like that, because we never had that conversation again. When I talked about, hey guys, let's go into a partnership. You know, we can do, all three of us, we can do this. You know, but crickets. So I was like, you know what? I do what I do, keep doing what I'm doing, and make my money, right? And it is amazing, right? When I log into my tracker today and seeing 113,000 that I saw on Friday, right? Saturday, when I did the other video, you guys saw that amount. When what's processing now, when they hit that account Monday, that amount should change, right? It should go up 13 something. I don't know. It might go down, but it might go up, right? So it's all about the little bit at a time, a little bit at a time to create that. And you can say, oh, Edwin, you got a big portfolio. That's not an excuse. I just started my small E-Trade portfolio that I put $200 in, right? You guys saw that, and then those guys took some money out for fees, and I was stuck with $87. And I bought the position that I bought, and you guys, well, you didn't see me buy it, but you saw a position that I bought. And those positions that I bought right now, estimated, I spent $80-something, and the estimated 12 for the next 12 months, that $80-something is gonna generate, I think it was like $64-65 for the entire year. That almost the equivalent to the amount of money that I put in there to invest in the beginning. So, and like I said, you don't have to do this with high yield, with an ultra high yield. You can do it with something 5, 6, 10%. That's good. There's a lot of stuff out there that's decent, that I've been paying dividend for a while, that will pay that much. So there's a lot of options. So you can say, oh, and you know, Edwin, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm scared. I'm going to lose my money. I mean, we all lose money from time to time, but you don't quit because the market go down. That's when I buy it. Now, if the market was going down, I mean, my income would still be going up because I would still be buying positions until I get to the point where I reach that buffer or where I can spend no more before I get a margin call. Then I'll just sit there and wait. You know. So guys, we're almost pushing the hour on this conversation. And I'm trying not to keep it, to make the video long, you know. I'm in security. I'm in cybersecurity. I work in cybersecurity. I love what I do. And I got a real cool boss. You know, she's very smart. She knows her stuff. You know, so I just do my job and stay stress free. I leave the worries to her. The last time I was sending emails about some stuff, we had to pay some bill. She was like, Eddie, why you keep sending the email? Didn't you send another email that said they were going to pay the bill? I was like, yeah. She said, well, that's annoying. I was like, hey, I'm just forwarding the email that the people send, say, hey, we need to pay this bill. And as of Friday, I don't know if it was paid or not. They sent another reminder. I didn't even send it because she said I was annoying the people in the accounting department. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to send another email. Now, come Monday, if I can't log in, well, I'm going to check it today. If I can't log in today on Monday, I'll be like, I had to turn our access off because we didn't pay the bill. And you told me that I was being annoying. I had to turn the stuff off. I can't access this too. We can't see nothing. No logs are coming in. So we don't know who is attacking us at this point. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it does happen, it's going to be funny as hell because they should be like, oh, okay, I see your point, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, y'all. Oh my God, this is funny. So guys, right? I hope y'all learned something or took something from this video, right? I left them on the top. MSTY, QDTE, right? And QQQY. Those are pretty good stuff. Ultra high yield. And they're new. They haven't been around a long time. They're pretty new. So, you know, you're not going to find too much of, there's a lot of people making videos on this. There's a lot of people talk about this stuff. This is pretty new, you know, but I don't just talk about them all the time because I don't want you guys to think, oh, well, this is what Edwin do. Or, no, this is not the only thing I invest in. And I tell you guys this every time I talk. I make videos on this stuff. It's not the only thing I invest in, but these are the things that are generating a lot of money into my portfolio. So as of now that I'm on margins, of course we need the income to grow the portfolio and then pay down the margins. But if I decided to pay down the margins, how long do you think it would take me to pay down $40,000, $50,000 when I got $7,000, $8,000 a month coming in? Less than a year, right? And once I pay the margin down, that means if I start reinvesting and pay the margin, that'll be because when I don't reinvest, that money goes to the bottom line. That drop the balance that I owe in margins. If I don't take the money out, it goes down to the bottom line. It drops down the margins. So if I got 40,000 and I got 5,000, almost 5,000 coming in each of these portfolios, how long would it take to pay 40,000 if I got 5,000 a month coming in? I can pay that within less than a year, and my portfolio is still valued at 130,000, 140,000, and I can take more margins at that point. But I'm taking it at 130,000, 140,000. So then they give me another 80,000. They'll give me another 100 and something thousand over here, and we just recircle. Just keep doing the process. Because if you don't need the money, you reinvest the money. And don't just invest it in all the crazy stuff. Take some of that money and put it into SCHD, put it into JP. It's high yield, but it's safer. It's JP Morgan Chase, JPQ, SCHD. Those guys that are doing the split right now. Yeah, I do the split. My money gonna go up because that first split, you know, that money I'm getting gonna be split between the three into a third, right? But then after that, whatever I get is gonna double because I got more shares. The shares, the yield is they're not gonna drop the dividend yield below what it is now. No. So if I have 300 shares before I have 160 something, and that's gonna double, right? It's gonna be not triple. It's gonna be times 3. Man, I'm doing good. We're close to 500. Anyway, guys, We're not going to keep dragging this video. I hope you guys get the point. We'll do this once a week, every Sunday, Edwin Talk. Now, the goal eventually is to make this video, this Edwin Talk, alive, where I can get other people to join the conversation. This is the goal, every Sunday. Then the time difference of what I post the video, but if I have it live, then it have to be set time because I got to get people to give their time to make the videos. So, of course, when people are providing the time, then you have to do what's necessary. You got to be on time, right? So it's coming, but I'll keep telling you guys, it's coming. So, you know, what is your thoughts on moving abroad? You know, what's your thought on moving to the DR? What's your thought on moving to Panama, Colombia, Cartagena, the paradise, Sin City? It's a beautiful place. A lot of beautiful things to do, beautiful women. If you drink, the beer here is cheap. I don't drink, so I just drink water and juice. That's what I drink. Cost of living is very inexpensive. And it's safe. It's safe to, you know, it's a safe place. Except you come out here and want to act stupid, walk around with gold chain on and want to be flashy. This is not a place for you to do that here. Not here. People, I see guys do it all the time, and I'm like, man, where you going? And like, no, I feel naked off my necklace on. Okay. What happened when you like this? You still gonna feel naked? Somebody don't shot you, stab you for a piece of necklace that probably fake. Anyway, guys, remember to invest in your future, and everything on this channel is to be used as a guide to get you to the next bag, as the people call it these days, so the next bag. And imagine getting that bag every week from something you start now, from something you plan now. Imagine getting that bag every month from something you planned and start now. Take me aside. Mine's $7,000 a month going on to $8,000 a month that I generate from the stock market. I'm not talking about real estate. I'm not talking about this apartment, the one in the US. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about my rentals. Just the market. It takes money to buy property. You have to buy cash or buy finance. You have to put a certain amount of money down. It takes money to do that. But what if you didn't have 3% to invest in a $400,000 house? You have to rent, right? But you can still invest in the market. Because you don't need 3%, you just need $1 to buy a fractional share on Robinhood, on Moomoo, on Weibo, on M1. You just need a little bit. Like I said in the video yesterday, the only thing you need to automate is your deposit to your account. Automate that. Start with $10 a month. Start with $5 a month. Start with $100 a month. Wherever your budget is that allows that to work. Don't go put $500 in there and you know you need that money to pay some bills. Right? If you got fund money, take away from that fund money and put it there. Pay yourself first. You hear people say pay yourself first. This is how you pay yourself. Right? You ever hear that saying, well, when people millionaire, they say, oh, I paid myself first. And people like, but what that means to pay yourself first? Because when he get paid, before he pay the bill, he take a little bit, put it aside for investment. I'm not talking about putting money in a savings account that get you 4 or 5%. No. I'm talking about something that get you 20, 30%. Because some of these positions, they might give you 1, 2%, 3% yield. But at the end of the year, they grow in value 15, 20%. Like SCHD now, right? they give a 3 point something% yield, but they've grown in value to where they're doing the three-way split. Then they're going back down to 20 something. It might go up to $100 by the time October 9th hit. It might go up to $100 in value, and that's good for me. I mean, even though the three-way split, the price is going to be higher, going to be in the 30s, but still, that's still good for me because I'm getting value. My 160 something shares is going up in value, higher value. So with that split, it's more value. I don't need the money now. I'm still working. And if I want to be like, I can take $35,000 and put it into a regular account and say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna live up in Colombia, $40,000. That's gonna generate me $3,000 a month with high yield, and I can live off of that. Reinvest $500 every month and live off the rest. $2,000, $3,000, $1,500. I can live off the rest because that's enough money to live off and be good. So you got to think about what you need to do. You got to think about what's important to you. Okay, guys, invest in your future because no one's going to do it for you. Peace.